expose. So just to remind ourselves of the midterm exam, let us see what we can do. This one will do it later. Section B. So the midterm exam was very, very straightforward. One person who's disappointed me very much. You people here are taking you people. PPA means that you are more or less finishing, near the end of your career. When you are nearing the end, it means that most of the things which should not be so obvious to other people should be obvious to you. When you demonstrate a situation where nothing seems to be obvious, then there is something very, very wrong. So we follow out of that one. Because it's possible that you may have read too much. And we found in first year in 1974, and that colleague was a brilliant character who in his MCE got 7 points. But then when he was writing his first year exams, he claims that when he was going to the exam room, suddenly he couldn't remember anything. And he was remembering things out when he went out. Would you guess what was the problem with him? No guess? Reading too much. You read too much to memorize at least. If you read to understand, not to memorize. Because when you memorize, when things, the questions are just repeated somehow, you get lost. Okay, so the first question in section B was first and last impressions are important in any part of life, especially in writing. This is why the introduction and the conclusion of any paper whether it is a simple essay or a long research paper are essential. Introductions and conclusions are just as important as the body of your paper. The introduction is what makes the reader want to continue reading your paper. The conclusion is what makes your paper stick in the reader's mind. Using examples, define and illustrate the following introductory paragraphs. So, a book. What is a book? In an introductory paragraph. What kind of opening sentence?
That attracts the reader's attention.
Yes, an opening sentence that attracts the reader. So you are supposed to give an example. Transition. What is a transition?
The sentence that connects the book to the message.
It's a sentence or a phrase that joins the book and the basis. And the famous. Let's see here. Not a one-woman show. If a thesis. What is a thesis?
Summarizes the main points in the
Thesis summarizes the main points. Describe 5 ways in which you can open. Introduce your essay. One way of opening an essay? You don't have any idea.
Yeah.
If you are writing a letter to a boyfriend, what one way of doing that?
Going straight to the point.
This is going straight to the point. Another way?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah.
You are telling your boyfriend that you watch the football match. How would you introduce?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah, you open with the person quotation.
Sorry?
Person. With the person. Then you introduce it with the person.
You are not telling with some question. Do you watch football matches? Have you ever watched football matches? That is the question. Another open
Story.
a story. Banda Bullets has always been winning. Another way of opening
Quotation.
a quotation. Another way, statistics. Or giving details. Closing. How would you close?
By making recommendations.
By making recommendations. Second,
Summarizing.
hey, how would you close? Making conclusions. What is another way of concluding? Someone says summarize. How would you summarize?
Outline the main points.
Outlining the main points. Okay?
That you explain to the
Right? Another way of summarizing. Now, this is a revision. When you are revising, it means that these things you should have been reflecting on them all the time. You can summarize by emphasizing a point, a quotation, or something like that. So, a hook drives the reader's attention. For example, imagine a world where technology evolves at lightning speed, reshaping our lives and our relationships with it daily. So this speech or this sentence ignites our imagination about the world of technology. Transition. A transition connects the book to the thesis. For instance, as we navigate this rapidly changing landscape, it becomes crucial to examine the impact of technology on communication and social interaction. So, this hook would connect there. So this transition will connect there. So it's connecting the hook there, which is showing how technology is fantastic, or how fantastic the technology is. To the thesis. The thesis statement outlines the main arguments of an essay. This paper argues that our technology enhances connectivity. It simultaneously erodes face-to-face interaction, leading to a paradoxical isolation in an interconnected world. So, in other words, this essay is going to talk about the pros and cons of technology. Technology is fantastic. It connects us. But at the same time, look at what our friend is doing there. It has disconnected him from class. So that is the bad side of technology. So my friend, I think from now on, let us be serious. We should be diligent. Right? So you see, this example just fitted in exactly into what you're doing. Five ways in which to operate. So we open with an anecdote. Start with a short, engaging story. An anecdote is an engaging story. Last summer, I attended a family gathering where everyone was glued to their smartphones. So you see, it was as if these examples now were on you. So be careful. Me, I'm a prophet these days. So I knew that you were going to be studying yourself. So hence these examples. Ignoring the conversation around. Or you can start with a question. Pose a thought-provoking question. How many meaningful conversations have you had in the last week without distractions of the screen? So you see, my friend, don't play with prophets. They always see ahead. Quotation. Use a relevant quotation. As Albert Einstein said once, I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. This fear resonates in today's digital age. So that is a quotation. Statistics or facts. You can start your essay by presenting some intriguing statistics or some intriguing facts. According to a 2022 study, over 70% of teens prefer texting to face-to-face conversation, highlighting a significant shift in communication habits. 70%, which is very phenomenal. Because in the past, we used to write these powerful letters that you write to your loved ones and so on. These days, you simply text something. I don't know how people enjoy reading text, but the letters we used to enjoy reading them. You read it over again, you be reading it lying flat on your belly, somehow standing or sitting or inviting your friend to read with you. There are all those beautiful times. Or you can do a vivid description, create a scene that illustrates your topic. Picture a cave buzzing with laughter, yet each table is filled with people silently scrolling on their devices, creating an illusion of communication amid solitude. That is what is happening these days. Even if you go into a house, sometimes you'll be shocked. Each one is on their phone and so on and so forth. As if the whole house is dead and so on. How do you conclude? Summarize key points. In summary, while technology provides unprecedented opportunities for communication, it often diminishes the quality of our personal interactions. Or a call to action. Encouraging the reader to take action. As we continue to embrace technology, technological advancement, let us also prioritize in-person communication to foster meaningful relationships. Logical conclusion. Share a reflective thought. Ultimately, it is essential to recognize that while technology can enhance our lives, it should not replace the depth of genuine human interaction. Recommendation. Discussing future possibilities. Looking ahead, we must consider how the evolving landscape of technology will shape our social skills and emotional well-being. Or closing with a quotation to reinforce your thesis. In words of Sherry Tao, we expect more from technology and less from each other, urging us to reflect on our priorities in a digital world. Or go on to question the reader. So if I will ask you to close with it, some question mark, how would you do it? Because you usually find them because we ask five. But you could add a sequence, which is giving no answer at all. How do you do that? Okay, or if you do reflect on it, next time we meet. That will be the first question you ask. Question number 3 was talking about the prevention is better than cure. And what we asked you there was to write an essay. When you are writing an essay, what are the 3 commandments of writing an essay? I know you have read the Bible which talks about 10 commandments, but an essay, it only requires 3. So it's easier to go to heaven memorizing essay, it's 3. An essay should have an introduction. A body, and should have a conclusion. Right? But we said that in addition to those 3, you should use the APA style. So there are 2 things that were being asked, or 3 things. One is to have an introduction, body, and conclusion. And 2 is the essay itself, where from the introduction, the body are going to expand, and the conclusion are going to conclude. Right? And then we wanted you to use APA style. Now, we wanted this essay to be very, very short, not 50 words, just because this is an essay. This is an exam. In an exam, sometimes people are always very, very, should we say, exam fever attacked. So much so that they don't have that time. So, we thought, well, let's give people some bonus. Maybe a short introduction, nothing really fantastic and something like that. So, supposing you wrote something like this. The damage prevention is better than cure and underscores the importance of proactive health measures. That one sentence has both the hook and the thesis in itself. That is what we're going to be talking about. Research shows that investing in preventative strategies can significantly reduce healthcare costs. In the long term. Who said that? Smith. 2020. In parentheses. Diseases such as diabetes and heart disease can often be mitigated through lifestyle changes and early interventions, thereby alleviating financial burden on health systems. Who said that? Jones and Lee, 2021. Because you are using parentheses, then this and becomes what? What is this one? The upper sand. For instance, vaccination programs and public health campaigns have proven effective in lowering the instances of infectious diseases. Ultimately, saving millions in treatments costs. Who says that? Brown, 2022. Moreover, prevention and care encourages enhancing productivity productivity and quality of life. Taylor, blah, 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 Williams. So if you did something like that, you would have made my day. And then you would have made my day even better if, for example, on this one, right? Since the first one, you have said Smith 2000. The second one, you have said Jones and Lee. Then the third one, if I were you, I would say Brown, F. It means Brown and Alice. And then the fourth one, moreover, according to what am I trying to do here? To give it variety, right? According to Taylor, (2019) preventative care encourages healthier populations, enhances productivity and quality of life. So you have a variety there, right? And then references. So Brown, Jones, Lee, and I think Smith would say the Smith et al., which means there are 3 people there, right? So you can add. Peter Gibbs, and Martin J. So you have your 5 references there. Now, since this is every star, what is wrong here? What is wrong?
It doesn't specify if it's website or book.
No, it's specifying, right? But there is something fundamentally wrong, which needs to be corrected. This one, space. Each APA style says that you have to get your documentation in references. So, if you did something like that, then you are home and dry. If you did provide the reference, then obviously you lost 5 marks. If you didn't provide intake citation, you lost another 5 marks. And if you didn't provide the item in there, then you lost another 5 marks and you ended up getting only 5 marks. So that is how simple that one was. Then question 4 was even much simpler. Wordiness. Use the minimum number of weights. Read the sentence below and reduce the number of weights. You may often find that there are a number of words contained in your writing that can be safely eliminated without any kind of danger to your meaning whatsoever. So you eliminate those ones in black. You may find words in your writing that can be eliminated without danger to your meaning. I hope that was taken fit, didn't it? So that was a summary. The next one was to summarize. This one was even much better because those of you who came the last lesson, we discussed as a bonus. Say, since you people showed up, I think it was how many people, 5 or so, they showed up. So we showed them this and we said, look it, we'll summarize this one. Right? And we also put it on the board so that you can practice. I'm sure people should be as good as that, isn't it? Yeah, so when gold was discovered on the Witwatersrand in South Africa, there was a shortage of labor to work in the mines. This led to the formation of the Witwatersrand Native Labor Association. Mind you, it's not Witwatersrand, no. Because this is Dutch or German. A VW one. A VW is a what? A Volkswagen. Not a Fox, you want to walk. No. A Volkswagen. Right? Who knows German here? No one. you some German lessons. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. That's how we greet each other in German. Which recruited migrants from neighboring countries, including Malawi. They known as Nyasaland. The native recruits mistakenly believed that the acronym Wenera stood for Wainera, referring to those qualified for TEBA, the Employment Bureau of Africa, which they rebranded as the TEBA. So TEBA, they rebranded it to be TEBA. My uncle went to TEBA for 6 months. They used to go in 6 months stints. But what surprised me is that this guy, when he went, he was speaking naturally. But when he came back, he learned some very strange language. He says, some of them. One chap is a toddler. Oh, come on, so. Say, I don't care. So where did you read this strange language? That's also. Instead of saying, stop doing that. Hey, it's for sake. He said, that kind of language. So that's the language that they read. So if you are going to tell that's the kind of language that for sake, that's all, and things like that. Those kind of things. Thousands of Nyasas were recruited for TEBA through Wenera contracts. Though some chose the self options. Those who went to the mines without contracts received higher wages but lacked the protection offered by Wenera. In the 1930s, the population of Nyasaland declined significantly as workers were transported free of charge to Salisbury via lorries and trains. This process, known as the Mutanizi, involved deducting transportation and other costs from their wages in Rhodesia. It is estimated that over 20,000 men left Nyasaland for Rhodesia during this period and did not return. At times, entire villages would migrate from Nyasaland to Rhodesia during the Mutanizi era. So during the Mutanizi era, many people were migrating, and sometimes the whole village could migrate, leaving only women and children behind. So, what you are supposed to do was to summarize. Again, since I already gave you, that should have been a very, very easy exercise to do. But as I know, those who came did not even whisper to their friends so that they should be the ones benefiting alone. Right? So how would you have done that? Well, the gold discovery on the Witwatersrand in South Africa led to a labor shortage, resulting in the formation of the Witwatersrand Native Association, in brackets, Wenera, to recruit workers from neighboring Malawi, in brackets, Nyasaland. Many recruits mistakenly interpreted Wenera as Wainera, associated with TEBA, the Employment Bureau of Africa. The first Wenera offices were in Blantyre, where recruits were housed in hostels and fed soya porridge. Thousands joined under Wenera contracts, while some opted for the for say route for higher wages without protection. In the 1930s, the Aswan population declined as many men were transported to Libya via the system importing Chinese, which deducted transport costs from their wages, resulting in over 20,000 men living with entire villages, sometimes migrating. So you have reduced all that to almost a third. The third one was in essay. This was a giveaway because we already did this one. Yeah. So again, it was a bonus. That's why I'm saying that this was a very nice little exercise where people should have relaxed. And after relaxation, they should have danced out of the examination because everything was there on a silver platter. Music is one truly universal language. Although all cultures have music, each culture develops its own music forms and styles. In particular, popular music varieties from culture to culture and from generation to generation. In the past 100 years or so, there has been an explosion of popular music styles in the West. Three of the most successful styles are reggae, punk, and rap. One successful style of popular music is reggae, which was born on the Caribbean island of Jamaica in the 1960s and spread throughout the world in the 1970s. Reggae developed from a kind of Afro-Caribbean music called the mento, which was sung and played on guitars and drums. Some musicians changed mento into a music style called ska by adding a station beat. A few years later, other musicians changed ska and reggae was born. Reggae's special sound comes from reversing the roles of the instruments. The guitar plays the rhythm, and the bass plays the melody. An important influence on reggae music was Rastafarian culture. Rastafarians added unusual sound mixes, extra tempos, and strange lyrics, and some mystical political themes. I'm sure you are reminded of Madafari and his music. The best known reggae musician was the late Bob Marley. Well-known groups such as the Toots, the Materials, and Barney Spear, and Steel Pulse. Reggae had influenced later styles of popular music, including punk and rap. There's something about punk and rap, punk there, and then something about rap there, right? How many different styles of popular music are discussed? Three. How many body paragraphs are there? And what is the topic of each? Three. And then the topics of each. Look at the lead sentence there. That's the topic. Each. Cycle the transition words and phrases. What pattern or organization does each essay use? Logical division of ideas, processes, order, comparison and contrast. What information is given in each and so on. So again, this was very, very easy.
So our question,
Yes,
B was the answer.
that is where I'm going. Successful styles of popular music. 3. The essay discusses 3 different successful styles: reggae, punk, and body paragraphs. There are 3 body paragraphs, each focusing on different styles of music. The topic sentences are as follows: reggae. One successful style of popular music is reggae, which was born on the Caribbean island of Jamaica in the 60s and spread throughout the world in the 1970s. Punk. A second successful style of popular music is punk. Rap. A third successful style of popular music is rap, which is also called hip hop. Transitional words and phrases. The transitional words and phrases that introduce the body paragraphs are: one successful style of popular music is reggae. A second successful style of popular music is punk. A third successful style of popular music is rap. Very easy. Patterns of organization. The essay uses logical division of ideas. Pattern of organization. In other words, it uses time. Each paragraph focuses on different styles of music, presenting distinct information about each. Supporting information about each style. Reggae. Originated in Jamaica from Afro-Caribbean music called Meko. Punk began in the mid-70s as a reaction against mainstream rock music. Rap originated in Africa and came to the USA in the mid-1970s through Jamaican toasting. Key characteristics: reggae features a unique sound with the guitar playing the rhythm and the bass playing the melody. Punk is known for its aggressive and provocative on-stage behavior and a simple 3-chord song. I don't know whether you have heard about music, Jimi Hendrix. No one has heard of Jimi Hendrix. We used to be mad with Jimi Hendrix. All along the way, rap defined by rhythm, speaking, rhythmic speaking rather than singing, often involving call and response interactions. Cultural influence. Reggae was influenced by Rastafarian cult, which added unique sounds, mixes, and themes. Punk aimed to represent the counterculture and often featured shocking clothing. Rap initially focused on party but evolved to include political themes in later decades. Notable artists and groups. Reggae, best known for its artists Bob Marley and groups such as Sport and the Majors. Punk pioneered by bands like Sex Pistols and the Ravenos. Rap, early popularized by black male rappers, with notable artists like Latifah and Eminem. Evolution, reggae, influenced later music styles including punk and rap. Punk evolved into subgenres like hardcore punk and emo. Rap continues to grow with various themes and styles, reflecting cultural changes. So, this was how you guys should have enjoyed yourselves. Any questions? When I finish marking. The problem is when you are marking particular case type of questions, you try to sympathize with people. That's why I was very, very unhappy when someone could write things or saying what is wrong with this one. So we try to add point here, and so on. So that's how it's supposed to be. Next time, let us do much better. If we haven't done well this time around, it doesn't mean that we are not clever. It may mean that we thought that we were clever, but we were not. Now, being clever usually means that you are not. I was disappointed when people were asking me, what are you going to ask us? And so on and so forth. And yet, I put all the material on the board there. I even put more material than was required. Just to make sure that at least you read what is there. From what I saw last time, very few of you were visiting the portal. Because each time you visit the portal, it registers. But very few of you were visiting. The portal is there for you to visit and learn from. Because it's not always that we can chat here and remember everything. So, in order to reinforce what we have learned, that's why we post things on the portal. So, use it. I'm particularly emphasizing all this because you people, very soon you will be writing your proposals, or research proposals, and thereafter you're going to be writing your research papers. What we are talking about here will feature in all those things. So be very, very attentive. From now onwards, what you're going to be doing is practice, practice, practice. How do you write your research paper? How do you write a thesis? How do you write a dissertation? What is the difference between the research paper and an extended essay? Because some of you may